Welcome back to Anniverse. Let's add some details to our scene. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful. Let's go to top view, place our cursor right here and let's add a plane. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale that in a little bit. Let's scale that in the X axis and in the Y axis. So let's bring that up. So I'm going to subdivide this. Let's subdivide this to 6. So I'm going to select these vertices and let's extrude this in the Z axis. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's add a subdivision surface modifier to this. Let's increase this to 2. Let's bring this up. Let's just scale this in the X axis. Let's tab into edit mode and let's bring this out. Let's turn on proportional editing by pressing O. Let's bring this out. So guys, another way we can do this is by using simulation. We can use simulation to achieve this too, but then I don't want to use that in this tutorial. So let's just give this some deformation. Let's select this and let's bring this out. Let's just bring this out a little bit. And this. Alright guys, let's tab out of edit mode and let's shade this smooth. So we can just select this and let's bring this in a little bit. Let's go to front view and let's place our cursor right here. Let's add a plane, shift A to add a plane. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's go to top view and let's scale this in right here. Then let's scale this in the Y axis. Let's turn off proportional editing by pressing O. Place this right here and let's scale this in the Y axis. Then let's place this using these edges right here to position this well. Let's select everything. Let's bring this to the side. Let's select this. Let's bring this out a little bit. So select this face right here and let's extrude E to extrude. Then let's extrude again, E to extrude. Let's go to edge mode. Let's select this edge right here and let's bring this back. Then let's select this face right here and let's extrude up. So guys, let's select this and let's insert a face by pressing I, extrude inward a little bit. Okay, I think that's not looking bad. Let's select these chairs and let's hide them for now. H to hide them. So I'm going to create a pot and a frying pan for this gas. So I'm going to hide this for now. Select this H to hide. So I'm going to place my cursor right here. And let's go to top view. Place our cursor right here. Let's add a circle. Shift A to add a circle. Tab into edit mode and let's scale this in a little bit. Let's fill this by pressing F and let's extrude this up. That's not bad. You can as well just scale this out a little bit. A to select everything and S to scale. Okay guys, let's select this face right here and P. Let's press P to separate by selection. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select this face. Let's move this up a little bit. Then let's tab into edit mode. Let's auto select these edges right here. Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's select this face right here, down here. Let's tab out of edit mode. Let's move this to the side. Let's select this and tab into edit mode. Let's insert a face by pressing I. Let's insert another face. Then let's tab out of edit mode. Let's duplicate this by pressing Shift D and move this to the side. Let's select this. Let's tab into edit mode and let's add a loop cut. Ctrl R to add a loop cut around here and Ctrl R to add another loop cut around here. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's add a solidify modifier. We can increase it to 2. Then let's add a subdivision surface modifier. We can as well increase it to 2. Let's shade this smooth. Let's select the cover and let's tab into edit mode. A to select everything and let's place this here. Let's go to front view to see what we're actually doing. Let's extrude this. E to extrude. Let's bring that up a little bit. Let's insert a face. I to insert a face. Let's extrude that in. E to extrude. Let's insert another face right here and let's bring that up. Let's bring this down a little bit and let's scale this in. Then let's extrude this, E to extrude, and let's scale this in. Then let's extrude again, E to extrude, and let's scale this out. Okay. Okay, let's extrude again, E to extrude and E to extrude again, and let's scale that in. So let's add this, let's apply the same subdivision surface modifier to this, and let's shade this smooth. Let's bring this in a little bit. Let's tab into edit mode. Select these faces right here. Let's turn off this subdivision surface modifier. Let's select these faces. Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's add another loop cut around here. Let's add another loop cut around here. Let's bring that down. Let's turn on this subdivision surface. Okay. Let's bring this in a little bit. Let's select everything by pressing A, and let's bring this down. Then let's tab into edit mode. Let's add a loop cut. Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Let's place this here. Okay, that's looking well defined right now. Let's just place our cursor right here. Let's add a torus to this. So we're going to use a torus as our door handle. I'm going to reduce the minor radius as well as the major radius. Let's bring this out. Let's go to top view and let's scale this in a little bit. Let's go to the side. Let's scale this out a little bit. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's turn on extreme mode. Let's select these faces right here. X to delete faces. Let's go to face mode and let's select these faces. X to delete faces. Let's select everything by pressing A, and let's scale this in the X axis. So let's bring this to the side. Let's turn off extreme mode to see what we are actually doing. Let's bring this to the side. Okay, we can just rotate this a little bit. Let's bring this to the side. Okay, let's just go to top view and we can just duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate. Just rotate this 180 degrees in the X axis. Just move this to the side. Okay, we just created our pot. Let's tab out of edit mode. So I'm going to shade this smooth. So guys, let's select this and let's move this right here on top of our burner. Let's position this right here. Okay, that's not looking bad. We can scale this in a little bit. Okay, we can just duplicate this and let's just place this right here. We can just scale this in a little bit, place this right here. Okay, that's not looking bad. So let's select this for our frying pan. Let's just select this. Let's tab into edit mode, A to select everything and S to scale in the Z axis. In the Z axis, let's scale this in the Z axis. So let's select these edges around here. Select and let's scale this out. Okay, that's not looking bad. Let's add a solidify modifier to this. Okay, let's add a subdivision surface modifier to this as well. Okay, that's not looking bad. We can just keep it at 2 and let's shade this smooth. Let's add a cube right here. So I'm going to add a cube. Then let's select this and let's tab into edit mode. Let's go to top view. Let's bring this out. So I'm going to place this right here and let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's place this right here. Okay. Scale this in the Z axis. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select this face right here and let's drag this out a little bit. So I'm going to add a loop cut around here. Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Let's go to front view and let's turn on extreme mode. Let's select these faces and let's extrude. Alt E to extrude individual faces. So I'm going to select everything. Let's move this out to the side. Let's place our cursor right here. Let's change this to 3D cursor and let's rotate this. Let's rotate this a little bit. Let's tab out of edit mode. Let's select our pan and let's increase this solidify modifier. Okay, I think we just created a frying pan. I'm going to place this right here. Let's select this and let's bring this here. We can scale this in a little bit. Let's change this back to medium point. We can scale this in a little bit. Let's place this here. place our cursor here and change this back to 3D cursor, and let's rotate this a little bit. Okay, I think this is not looking bad. Okay, so I'm going to add a bevel modifier to the handle. So I'm going to select this and select our kitchen cabinet, and let's add the same modifier to this. Okay, I think this look much better right now. So guys, let's make this kitchen look like a real kitchen. So I'm going to add a chopping board to this. So let's go to top view. Let's place our cursor right here and let's add a plane. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's scale this in a little bit and let's scale this in the Y axis and a little bit in the X axis. Okay, then let's extrude this. But before that, guys, let's add a loop cut. Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Then let's go to face select, face mode, and let's press I to insert a face, X to delete faces. Let's select everything by pressing A and let's extrude this up. I'm going to place my cursor right here. Let's add a cylinder, Shift A to add a cylinder. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale that in. Let's go to front view and let's rotate this 90 degrees. Let's bring this up a little bit and let's scale this in. So I'm going to scale this out a little bit. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's scale this in the X axis. So let's go to vertex mode. Let's select these vertices. Turn on X-ray mode. Select these vertices. X to delete vertices. Let's go to object mode. Let's turn off X-ray mode. Let's add a mirror modifier to this. Let's turn on clipping and let's merge this together. A to select everything. Let's select this face right here. Let's go to face mode. Select this face right here and let's pull this in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to extrude, E to extrude, and let's scale this in a little bit. E to extrude again. Let's scale this out. E to extrude again. Let's extrude again and let's scale this in a little bit. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's shade this smooth. Let's add a bevel modifier to this too. So I'm going to select this and our chopping board. Select any of these kitchen cabinets and let's add the same bevel modifier to them. So I'm going to move this to the side. Let's scale this in a little bit. I think it's too big. So let's go to top view. So let's rotate this 90 degrees. Let's just place this here. Okay, that's not looking bad. Let's add some bottles to this. So I'm going to place my cursor right here and Shift A to add a cylinder. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this in. Let's bring this here. Okay, let's tab into edit mode. Let's scale this in a little bit. I think it's too big. Let's select this face right here and let's extrude and let's scale this in a little bit and let's extrude again. Let's go to face mode and let's select these faces. Let's turn on X-ray mode. Let's go to front view. Let's select these faces. Let's extrude, E to extrude, and let's scale this out. Let's turn off X-ray mode to see what we have actually done. Let's tab out of edit mode. Okay, let's add the same bevel modifier to this. And let's shade this smooth. Let's place this at the corner. Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's duplicate, Shift D to duplicate, and let's move this to the side. Okay, that's not looking bad. Let's move this to the edge right here. So guys, we can select any of this and let's bring this up. Let's go to top view and let's bring this right here and let's bring this up. So we can as well just duplicate this and let's place this right here and let's duplicate this and let's place this right here. Okay, I think that's it for now. So let's create some plates. So let's go to top view and let's place our cursor right here. So I'm going to save our work. Always save your work while working. Press Ctrl X or Shift Ctrl X to save your work. So let's add a UV sphere to this. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's turn on extreme mode. Let's scale this in a little bit and let's move this up. I'm going to select these faces and this down faces. X to delete. Let's turn off extreme mode. Let's go to edge mode and let's select these edges and let's extrude this and scale. Press F to fill. Let's tab out of edit mode. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select these edges right here and let's scale this out a little bit. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's add a solidify modifier to this. Okay, let's increase the thickness to 2 and let's add a subdivision surface modifier to this and let's shade this smooth. So let's bring this down right here. So I'm going to scale this in a little bit. Let's bring this up. Let's bring this down right here. Okay, I think right here is not bad. Let's bring this right here. Let's go to top view and let's bring this here. Let's scale this down a little bit. Let's bring this out. Okay, let's duplicate this, Shift D to duplicate and let's place this right here and let's duplicate this again. Let's place this right here and let's duplicate this again and let's place this right here. So I'm going to add a curve to this. Shift A to add a cylinder. Let's tap into edit mode. Let's scale this in a little bit. Let's scale this in. Let's go to face mode. Let's select this face right here. X to delete. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's add a solidify modifier to this. Let's add a subdivision surface modifier. Let's turn off this subdivision surface modifier. Let's tab into edit mode and let's select this face right here. A to select everything. Let's bring this up and let's turn off this solidify modifier. Let's insert a face. Let's select this face right here and let's insert a face. Then let's add a loop cut to this down here and let's add another loop cut. Ctrl R to add another loop cut. Let's turn on this subdivision surface modifier and solidify modifier. So I'm going to select this vertices. Press G twice to bring this down. I'm going to shade this smooth. Okay, we can as well increase this to 2. Then let's go to top view. Let's place this around here. Let's change this to medium points. Let's change the origin to geometry. Let's scale this out a little bit. Let's place this here and let's duplicate this and let's place this right here. And let's duplicate this and let's place this right here. Let's do the same right here. So I'm going to select this plate right here and I'm going to go to top view, Shift D to duplicate. Let's select this and let's move this backward a little bit. So I'm going to scale this plate out a little bit. Let's bring this down. Then I'm going to place my cursor around here on this table. I'm going to add a UV sphere to this. Let's tab into edit mode. So I'm going to select this vertices around here and here. Let's turn on proportional editing by pressing O. Then let's scale this. Then let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's select everything and I'm going to scale this down. Let's turn off proportional editing by pressing O. Let's bring this up. I'm going to scale this down, really down. Let's scale this out a little bit. Let's place this right here. Then let's tab out of edit mode and let's shade this smooth. Okay, I'm going to duplicate this using Alt D to duplicate and let's move this up. Then I'm going to duplicate this again. Alt D to duplicate. Let's move this up. Okay, let's place our cursor right here. Let's add a plane. Shift A to add a plane. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this in. Let's bring this up. Let's scale this in. I'm going to subdivide this. Okay, so let's select this. Let's go to edge mode. Let's select this edges right here. Holding shift. Let's extrude this down in the Z axis. And let's scale this out a little bit. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's add a solidify modifier to this. Let's increase this to 2. Then let's add a subdivision surface modifier to this. Let's increase this to 1. Let's turn off this solidify modifier and let's tab into edit mode. Let's turn off this subdivision surface modifier. Let's select these faces and delete S to delete faces. Let's turn on this subdivision surface modifier. We can just give this 0.06. Let's select everything, A to select everything. Let's move this up a little bit. Let's apply this solidify modifier in object mode. Apply. Let's increase this subdivision surface modifier to 2 and let's tab into edit mode. Let's go to vertex mode. Let's select these vertices and let's move them in a little bit. So let's turn on proportional editing by pressing O. Let's reduce the scale, pressing G. Let's move this up a little bit. Let's drag this down. Let's shade it smooth. Let's save our work. Then let's add a drink to this. Let's place our cursor right here. Let's go to top view. Let's add a bottle to this. Shift A to add a cylinder. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this in. Let's position this right here and let's scale this out a little bit. Let's position this right here. Let's go to face mode. Let's select this face right here. Let's bring this out a little bit. Let's turn off proportional editing. Let's bring this out. So I'm going to extrude. E to extrude. Let's scale this in. Then let's extrude again. And let's extrude again. E to extrude. Let's go to the side. Let's turn on extreme mode and let's select these faces. Let's extrude and let's scale this out. Let's turn off extreme mode. So I'm going to select this face right here and insert a face. And let's extrude inward. Let's shade this smooth. So we can as well add the same bevel modifier to this. Select any of the kitchen cabinets and let's add a bevel modifier to it. So now we have created our drink. So we can as well just add some more details to this. Let's duplicate this plane right here. Shift D to duplicate and let's bring this here. We can as well just scale this out a little bit. Let's place our drink right here. Place this drink right here. So let's just place this right here. Let's scale this out a little bit. Let's place our cursor right here and shift A. Let's add a cylinder to this. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's scale this in. Go to the side. Let's bring this up and let's rotate this 90 degrees. Let's scale this in. Let's scale this in the X axis. Let's add a loop cut around here. And let's add another loop cut around here. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's add a subdivision surface modifier to this. Let's increase this to 2. Let's turn off this subdivision surface modifier. We can as well just tab into edit mode. Go to face select these faces right here. Let's insert a face. Let's select this face right here and let's pull this out in the X axis. Let's do the same for this. Pull this out in the X axis. Let's shade it smooth. Set origin to geometry. So I'm going to place this right here. Let's go to top view and I'm going to duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate. Let's place this right here. Shift D to duplicate. Let's place this right here. Scale this in the X axis. We can scale this in the X axis. Then let's go to top view. Let's place our cursor right here. Shift A to add a circle. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this in. Let's go to vertex mode and let's extrude and let's scale this in. Let's extrude again, or let's just fill this in. F to fill. Okay, let's also select these vertices. Let's bring this up a little bit. Let's scale this out. Let's turn on proportional editing and let's deform this a little bit. So let's tab out of edit mode. Let's bring this to the side. So I'm going to add a solidify modifier to this. Increase it to 2. Then let's add a subdivision surface modifier to it. Then let's reduce this solidify modifier and let's shade this smooth. Then I'm going to place my cursor here. Then let's add a cylinder to this. Shift A to add a cylinder. Tap into edit mode and let's scale this in. Let's bring this up. Let's scale this in and let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's go to top view and let's scale this in. So I'm going to select this face. I to insert a face. Let's bring this up. Let's turn off proportional editing and let's bring this up a little bit. So I'm going to give this the same bevel modifier. Select any of the kitchen cabinets. Just apply the same modifier to it. So I'm going to shade this smooth. Okay. Then let's save our work. Shift Ctrl S to save our work. We are almost done. So let's select this plate or D to duplicate. Press Shift S and select selection to cursor. So I'm going to duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this again. Or D to duplicate. Let's bring this up. So I'm going to join this together, holding Shift and Ctrl J to join together. Let's place this somewhere here. Let's place this here. Let's make sure it's sitting on this plane. Okay, so let's bring this here. Okay, so let's duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate. Let's place this here and let's duplicate this and let's place this here. Let's place this here. So I'm going to bring this down. So I'm going to select this, Shift D to duplicate. Let's bring this here. So I'm going to duplicate this and let's place this here. Or we can as well just duplicate this, Shift D to duplicate. Let's place this here and let's select this and this. Let's join, Ctrl J to join. So I'm going to place this right here and I'm going to duplicate and let's place this right here. So let's select this, Alt D to duplicate and let's move this to the side. Okay, that makes sense. I'm going to select this bottle and I'm going to duplicate this. Go to curve view. Let's place this somewhere around here. So let's bring this out. Let's place this here. We can select this plate or D to duplicate. So we can just place this here. Let's go to top view and let's place this right here. So we can just keep this as dirty plates. Remember, we're just trying to make this look real. Or D to duplicate, let's place this. Okay, we can just keep a cup right here. Shift or D to duplicate, we can just place the cup right here. We can just place the cup here. Let's go to top view and let's place this well. Alright guys, let's add a wall tiles to our scene. So I'm going to go to the side. Make sure your cursor is placed right here. Then let's add a plane. Shift A to add a plane. Let's rotate this 90 degrees in the X axis and let's scale this in. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's scale this in a little bit and let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's place this here. Let's scale this a little bit in the X axis. Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's go to the side and let's place this. Let's position this right here. So I'm going to extrude this, E to extrude. Let's add a bevel modifier to this. So I'm going to change the amount to 0.04 and let's increase this segment. So let's shade that smooth. Let's tab out of edit mode and let's shade that smooth. Let's go to the side. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's select everything. Let's scale this in the Z axis and a little bit in the X axis. So let's add an array modifier to this. So I'm going to increase the count. Okay, let's tab into edit mode. Let's turn on extreme mode and let's select these edges right here. Let's bring this back and let's increase the count. Let's bring this back. Okay, that's looking better. So I'm going to apply this array modifier. Let's apply this array modifier. Let's go to the side. Let's duplicate this and let's bring this down. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select this L to select everything and X to delete faces. Let's select everything by pressing A and let's scale this in the X axis. Let's move this to the side. So I'm going to tab out of edit mode. Let's go to object mode. So I'm going to alt select this and bring this down. Let's go to the side. Let's bring this down. Duplicate this by pressing alt D. Let's bring this down. So I'm going to duplicate this too by pressing alt D. Let's bring this down. I'm going to duplicate this by pressing alt D. Let's bring this down. We can just scale this in the Z axis a little bit. Let's bring this down. Let's tab in edit mode. Let's select everything. We can just separate this. Let's tab out of edit mode. So we can just select everything in object mode. Let's go to the side and let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's bring this up. So let's select these stars. Let's go to the top view. So I'm going to duplicate this. Let's bring this out and let's rotate this 90 degrees. Let's bring this to the side right here. So I'm going to tab into edit mode. I'm going to delete this, turn our X-ray mode. Let's delete this faces by pressing X to delete faces. Let's go to edge select. Let's select these edges right here. Let's move this back. So I'm going to select everything, A to select everything. I'm going to duplicate this, Shift D to duplicate. Let's bring this down. So I'm going to select this, L to select, and X to delete. X to delete faces. So I'm going to select everything, L to select. Let's scale this in the Y axis. Let's position this right here and let's scale in the Y axis. Okay, so I'm going to select this faces right here. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select everything and I'm going to duplicate them. Shift D to duplicate and bring them down here. And I'm going to repeat the same process. Bring them down here. And I'm going to select this faces right here and I'm going to duplicate and bring them down here. Let's turn off extreme mode and see what we have done. Let's scale this in the Z axis and bring this here. Okay, that is not looking bad. So let's tab out of edit mode. Let's select this. So I'm going to select this. Let's tab into edit mode. I'm going to select this. Turn on extreme mode. Let's select this. I also select everything. Then Shift D to duplicate. Let's bring this to the side. I'm going to delete this. L to select and delete. X to delete faces. Let's go to edge mode. Let's select these edges. Let's bring them here. Then let's select everything. Then Shift D to duplicate and let's bring this down right here. Let's bring this in a little bit. Then let's select everything. L to select. Then let's scale this in the Y axis. Let's select this. Let's select everything. Then let's duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate. Let's bring this down. Shift D to duplicate. Let's bring this down right here. Then let's select these faces right here. Let's duplicate. Shift D to duplicate. Let's scale this in the Z axis. Let's place this here. Alright guys, we have done a very wonderful job. If you have reached this stage, just give yourself a thumbs up. Always remember to save your work. Ctrl S to save your work, or you can just do Shift Ctrl S to save your work. Okay, let's place our cursor here. Let's go to the side. Let's place our cursor right here. Then Shift A, let's add a plane. Let's tab into edit mode and let's scale this in a little bit. Let's select everything by pressing A and let's scale this in the X axis. Okay, let's extrude this out a little bit. A to select everything. Let's keep this here. We can just extrude this in the Z axis. Let's keep this somewhere here. Then let's go to vertex mode. Let's select this single vertex. Let's duplicate this, Shift D to duplicate and let's move this here. So I'm going to extrude this, E to extrude, E to extrude. So I'm going to extrude again, E to extrude. Just something very simple. L to select everything and P to separate by selection. Let's tab out of edit mode. Let's select this. Let's go to object and let's convert this to curve. Let's go to curve data properties. Let's go to geometry, go to bevel. Let's increase the depth. Okay, let's increase the depth to 0.006. Okay, that's not bad. And let's fill the gaps. So I'm going to shade this smooth. Let's move this to the side. Let's set our origin to geometry. Let's duplicate this and move this to the side. So I'm going to place my cursor right here. Shift A to add a plane. Then tab into edit mode. Let's scale this in. Let's scale this out a little bit. Let's go to edge select. Let's select this edge right here. Let's extrude this. Let's select everything. Let's move this back a little bit. Let's extrude in the Y axis and let's scale this out. Let's scale this out and let's bring this up a little bit. And let's add a loop cut around here. Let's go to face mode. Select this face. Insert a face and let's delete X to delete faces. Select everything. E to extrude. Let's add a loop cut around here. Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Let's give this a bevel modifier. Select this and select any of the kitchen cabinet to apply the same bevel modifier to it. Copy to selected. So we can actually increase the amount. We can increase the amount to 6 and increase the segment. So I'm going to duplicate this. Shift D to duplicate. Let's remove the bevel modifier for this and let's add a subdivision surface modifier. We can as well increase that to 2. Let's tab into edit mode. Let's select everything and let's move this up. So I'm going to select this. Let's add a loop cut. So I'm going to select this. Let's L to select everything. Let's move this up. I'm going to select this back. Go to face mode. Select this back. I to insert a face and let's bring this down a little bit. Then I'm going to select this face right here and let's extrude. Let's select these vertices and let's move them up a little bit. Okay, let's shade smooth. Okay, I'm going to position this right here. Let's go to the side and I'm going to rotate. Let's first set our origin to geometry, then let's rotate. Okay, same for this. Let's go to the side. I'm going to rotate. So I'm going to place this here. Let's move this to the side. So I'm going to place this right here. Let's select this and let's place this right here. So we're going to duplicate this and spread them, or D to duplicate, and let's place them here. Or D to duplicate, let's place them here. Alright guys, let's bring back our chair. Alt H to bring back our chair. Let's hide this for now. Okay, let's save our work. Shift Ctrl S to save our work. So guys, let's check our scene if we're going to make any correction. So let's select this and let's select any of the kitchen cabinets and let's apply the same bevel modifier to it. We'll just check our work if there is any mistake somewhere. And just scale this out a little bit. Okay, you can just place our cursor here. Let's select this plate. Let's scale this out a little bit and move this to the side. Okay. We can just select our egg or D to duplicate. Let's change this back to medium point. Let's bring this here. Check your scene if there is any correction like this one. Let's add a bevel modifier to this. Okay, we think this is not looking too sharp. Okay, if there is any mistake, you can correct that. Let's shade smooth. So I think our scene is ready. If you are with me, I would like you to also rate your work. Alright guys, let's select everything. A to select everything. Let's go to our object data properties. Let's make this smooth. You can increase this to 180 to make this really look very smooth. Okay, you can hold Alt while doing that. Okay, let's add camera to our scene. So I'm going to place cursor toward origin and Shift A to add a camera. Let's bring this out. So let's change this to orthographic view and let's snap camera to view. Using fly mode, let's position this very well. So I'm going to place my cursor here and let's add a plane. Shift A to add a background plane. So I'm going to create another viewport right here. So let's use this as our rendered view. I'm going to select our camera. Let's go to viewport and increase this to 1. Then I'm going to change this to shader editor. So this is going to be our render view. So let's position this very well. Let's place our cursor here. Let's change this to 3D cursor. Let's reduce this. I think it's too big. Let's take this back to medium point. Let's bring this here.
Alright guys, in our next video we're going to add materials to our scene. Please watch the next video and also like and subscribe to stay updated with our tutorials.